The only reason why I'm able to post this video is because it doesn't have much editing. It doesn't have planning. I just put the camera and I just talk whatever comes through me, in this very moment, without planning, without editing. And I believe this is how life happens. And with Instagram, you go to gallery, you choose this photo from the moment that doesn't exist anymore, and even the process of you choosing it is like your ego meanwhile trying to choose the moment that would appear good for other people, that would also possibly maybe would have some space in this photo for text if you want to put your deep thoughts into this post. And while you are editing, like, there's so many things happening. It's like I want to be authentic and real, but I need to feed myself and to filter myself so many times before I can post it. And in the end, I'm just coming nowhere. And to me, it's like a maze. And in the end of this maze, the product, the photo that I don't even feel much aligned with. And even if I feel much aligned with at this very moment where I created, the next moment, I don't feel like it's me anymore, because it's just happens in this very moment. And also there is like simpler reasons why I don't use Instagram. It just simply takes so much of your time and attention, and you compare yourself. Even if you think you don't compare yourself, you still do, because this unconscious process of comparing yourself constantly happening, not only in Instagram, when you go outside, when you see other people, it's constantly happening. And believe me, when you sit on your couch in your living room, you don't need other people around. You don't, that's just your time. And I love my time so much. I love my solitude, I love my peace, and I don't want to go to Instagram to ruin it. And one of the things I really noticed while I was editing this post, how much I complicate things with my own mind. For me to execute on anything, on any kind of action, like uploading this video, like doing something, this window of preparation should be as little as possible. That's just how it works for me. Because if preparation requires many steps, or too complicated or too long, I will just lose myself. I create the whole maze. My mind just goes like so many like different direction. And yeah, I love my mind. I mean, it's creative, Because of it, I can create so many things, and I can look at so many different perspectives, and I can think from so many angles and different perspectives. But because of it, I also struggle to execute on something, and on something as simple as just making one post for Instagram. Diana, it's not about your values. It's not about your whole life. It's not about being authentic. You just decided you want to let people know that you're doing therapy now. That's it. That's just how simple it is. But no, I want to explain, why am I doing therapy? What kind of therapy I'm doing? I want to even let people know that I don't want to be here, and I don't want to make this post that I'm making right now, because I want to bring as much real essence of me in this post as possible. And to be honest, it even sounds like a little bit fucked up. It's just an Instagram post, dude. That's how simple it is. You choose like picture, you put little writing, that's it. You can even you can write, guys, I have been absent, but now I'm doing therapy. If you're looking for therapist, if you want to do group therapy, please let me know. That's it. I can't make it that simple. And even with the Gestalt therapy that I'm studying right now, I don't want this simple path and simple therapy and just exist in this like therapist frame approach. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if I want to be therapist in a classical way. I'm studying therapy not because I want to be therapist. That's not the reason. I'm studying therapy because I want to have a skill of helping people to get to know themselves better. And in the modern world, that called therapy, but I'm not associating myself with therapists, I bring the essence of who the person is through the dialogue that happens between us, through experiments I'm doing, through the group dynamics we all create together. Does this call therapy? Yeah, I guess. But I'm not agreeing with so many things that therapy does to people, like with diagnoses and frames and so many structures that not really aligns with how I see this. There is another thing that I discovered, that I'm such a rebellion. I always rebel against system, against any kind of system I meet. I just rebel. The system of like therapist, the system of Instagram, I'm not rebelling with YouTube actually. Maybe that's why it's so easy for me to post these videos, because personally I just absolutely love YouTube. I love recommendations that they give me, and as long as you are the one who is choosing to not to go to shorts, to not click to like random videos that doesn't really go with what you want to do today, it's okay. I mean, it's very easy to lose yourself there, but at least it gives you some chance to stay where you want to stay, throughout the day. There is some gaps that you can catch yourself when you're about to click some video which is like 20 minutes of like why you procrastinating, this kind of video. Definitely you don't need to watch that. You're just gonna spend another 20 minutes procrastinating while watching this video. It might give you some intellectual insights about why you have been procrastinating, but it's not gonna solve your problem of procrastination, because problem is of procrastination is much simpler than all the therapists and people and bloggers and coaches trying to do this. Man, you just do it, That's it. There is no other way. You just do it. That I mean, you can find excuses, you can find reasons, you can find your patterns that prevents you from doing it. You can find the reason of your resistance of doing it, like me and Instagram. Those things will not make you closer to the step you want to do. The only step that will make you closer to the things you want to do, doing just one single little action, the only action, small, imperfect action, that's the only thing will get you closer there. That's it. I mean, that's it. You don't need to watch these videos. I'm even thinking right now, I'm recording this video and I'm thinking, who the hell will watch this video? Just me talking about how I cannot make one single post on Instagram and how I complicate things, how I also procrastinate in a way, how I always rebel against anything, why I just can't make it as simple as I just said, just one single action. Neurosis for you. But anyway, now I'm coming to you with insight, because while my phone was charging, I realized something. I realized that this conflict that's happening, it cannot be solved within me, within the system, because we are as human, as body, not closed system. We always go outside in the world to take what we need. We put something there, we bring something, we put something, we bring something. And I'm just staying inside myself, inside my own loop. So in order to solve this conflict, I need to interact with the world. But because interaction with the world brings me so much pressure and uncomfortable feeling and anxiety, I just don't want to do it. And I find very smart intellectual ways to not do it. I explain myself why it's not for me, why I shouldn't do it, why I'm better than this. I explain myself, and in the end I just forget about it, I get distracted, and it just goes circle in circle. Despite all the uncomfortable feelings that I have, I should still do it. If you want to create some new pattern in your life, if you feel stuck, you should do something that feels uncomfortable, because new patterns something new choices, new information, new people, new places, new actions, always feels uncomfortable. But it's your choice whether you just explain this neurosis to yourself and say, no, I'm not gonna do this, not this time, the other time, oh, I don't really need it, and just go somewhere else, or just go through it and move along through it. Life happens between people, between beings, between person and a dog, not necessarily between people, but life happens between you and the world. Life just doesn't happen inside your head. It's always about how you interacting with the world around you. And I mean, it's not always the case. Of course, every person has different type of avoid. And if you're anything like me and you realize that isolation is not working for you anymore and you feel stuck, maybe it's time for you to do something that feels uncomfortable. Personally, I hate doing uncomfortable things. But at this point of my life, I realize I kind of have to do it. Not for the sake of finding clients, not for the sake of becoming fancy therapists, not for the sake of Instagram, just for the sake of doing something outside that I got used to do. And yes, I still don't like Instagram. I'm still not agreeing with many things that happen in there. It's not about all these complex stories about values and things. It's just me doing just one single post, I can just do it and forget about it. This realization of how much eternal conflict I have inside of myself makes me sad, and at the same time, it gives me hope. Maybe if I'm realizing those conflicts now and I'm bringing awareness to these conflicts, maybe at some point I can make a different choice to not go into conflict with the world again, or with the people, or with myself. Maybe to choose peace, Message me on email if you want to do a Gestalt therapy session with me. And I love you all very much. Anyway, guys, too much talking. Maybe, you know what I'm doing? I'm procrastinating. With this video, I'm procrastinating to not make an Instagram post again. So I'm just going. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I love you guys.